Good wishes, dear students. In today's class, we will learn about evaluate yourself questions from your first organic chemistry lesson, that is hydroxy compounds and ether. Now, this question is taken from page number 107. The given question is classify the following alcohols as primary, secondary, and tertiary and give their IUPAC names. The first question, the structure I have written as it is given in the textbook. Now, what type of alcohol it is? Secondary alcohol. Why do we say so? The whole thing makes up to one alkyl group. This side is making up to another alkyl group. So, we call it as a secondary alcohol. The name of it, as you know, the functional group should get the lowest number. So, I have allotted the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Third carbon has got the all, that's a functional alcohol group. Fifth carbon has got the two substituents. One is a bromo group, the other one is a methyl group. Between these two, alphabetical order should be followed. So, 5 bromo, B comes first prior to M. So, 5 bromo, 5 methyl, hexane, 3 all. Why do we write hexane? Because there are 6 carbon atoms. Moving on to the second one, the structure they have given it together as a C2H5. I have split and written. So CH3, CH2C, CH2, CH3, CH2, CH3 and OH here. You know that the longest chain we should consider. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Since third carbon has got the functional group alcohol, whether you move in from this direction or from this direction or from this direction, the third carbon only will get the functional group alcohol. So in any order you can write it. I have followed this particular numbering system. So third carbon has got a one ethyl substitution and an alcohol group. Now in this case, what type of alcohol it is? Because functional group has got a one alkyl group here, another alkyl group here. The whole thing is considered to be in another alkyl group. So 3 alkyl group, hence it is a tertiary alcohol. The name of it will be 3-ethyl pent 3-ol. Why do we write pent? Because there are 5 carbon atoms. Moving on to the third question. Now this is a structure given there. Here again, what type of alcohol it is? Secondary alcohol. One alkyl group here, another alkyl group here. Of course, with the substitution, we count the number of alkyl group alone. So it is a secondary alcohol. Name of the compound will be, now the functional group should get the lowest number. So from this direction, you can follow the number that I have written. So that will be 3-chloro. Third carbon has got the chloro substitution. How many carbons are there? 4 carbon. So bute 3-2-ol is the name of the given compound. Moving on to the bond line representation or a depiction. Now this one you know that CH3. Now the same structure I have split and written in terms of a CH3CH. So CH3, the N stands for CH3. You might have learnt in your standard 11. Now CH bonded, attached with the OH here. Then you've got a one more CH. Then comes a double bond here. Another CH, CH2, CH with a substitution and ending with the CH3. Now if we go for it, how many types of alcohol we've got here? One alkyl group here, the whole thing to be considered as a one. So it's again secondary alcohol. Now the name of the compound will be between bromo, because bromo has 6 carbon has got the substitutions here. So 6 bromo hept. Hept stands for 7 carbon atom. Hept 3-2-ol. You know that 3-in because after the third carbon we've got based on the functional group should get the lowest number. So the numbering I have followed in this direction. So after the third carbon we have a double bond. Second carbon has got an alcohol group. Sixth carbon has got the bromine halide group. So 6 bromo hept 3-2-ol is the IUPAC name of it. And the last question, that is E question, you've got a aryl group, that's a benzene ring. C2H5 is given. I have split and written CH2CH3. Similarly CH2CH3 and OH here. Here again take the longest chain. You can either come in this direction or in this direction. One and the same they are. First carbon, second carbon, third carbon has got an alcohol functional group and an aryl group here. So what type of alcohol it is? One alkyl group here, one alkyl group and one aryl group. So there are 3 substitutions. Hence we call it as a tertiary alcohol. And the name of it will be third group has got a phenyl substitution and third group also has got an alcohol substitution. So the name of it 3-phenyl pent-triol is the name of it. Moving on to the second question, taken from the same page number, that is, write all the possible isomers of an alcohol having the molecular formula C5H12O and give their IUPAC name. Now here again, the possible isomers concept you have learnt in standard 11 in the beginning of your organic chemistry lesson. Isomers, when you say, molecular formula remains the same but their functional group differs. Now making it in short, I am not going in detail. If you look for C5H12O, meaning 1 oxygen, identify the types of functional group where you have the position or placement of 1 oxygen. For example, alcohol. R stands for any alkyl group. OH, so oxygen is coming here. Ether, ROR, oxygen is come. Aldehyde, RCHO, oxygen is come. Ketone, RCOR, again oxygen is come. So you cannot consider ester here because ester you got RCOO, double O should be there. So these are the possible functional group with the presence of single oxygen. Now out of it, only few examples I have taken. You have to plot the making use of. Finally, when you count the number of carbon and hydrogen and oxygen, it should make up to the formula that is given in the question. For example, C5H12O. I have considered to be the alcohol. I have not worked out all the possible structures. Just few examples alone I have worked out here. So CH3, CH2, 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 CH2OH. If you count for the number of carbon atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So C5 we have fulfilled. Number of hydrogen atom according to the given question, 12. So 3 plus 5, 7, 9. I've got a 10 plus 2, 12. So hydrogen atom is also balanced. 1 oxygen is balanced. So how many carbons are there? 5. Which carbon has got the functional group? First carbon. So I can write it as a pentanol or a pent-1-ol. Both are correct. This comes under alcohol group. Now the same thing, instead of keeping the functional group alcohol in the first carbon, I have simply taken to the third carbon here. Count the number of carbon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, balanced 1. Number of hydrogen atom, you know that carbon should be surrounded by the 4 bonds here. That alone you need to make out 1, 2, 3, 4. So bonds are balanced. Similar way we can check for everything else. So 5 carbon atom over. Count the number of hydrogen. 3 plus 2, 5. 3 plus 2, 5, 10, 11, 12. Hydrogen is also balanced. 1 oxygen here, 1 oxygen here. Now in this case it was pent-1-ol. In this case it is a pent-3-ol. Both the cases number of carbon atoms are 5. So pentane is the root word. But here the first carbon has got the functional group. Here the third carbon has got the functional group. Like manner you can work out different questions here. Next I have taken an example of ether. What's the formula for ether? General formula ROR. Meaning one alkyl group on one side of the oxygen, another alkyl group on another side of the oxygen. Count for the number of carbon atom, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balanced. 3 plus 2, 5, 7, 10, 12 balanced oxygen. So what will be the name of it? Here you've got a ethyl substitution, that is 2 carbon. Here you've got a 3 carbon. Take the lowest one. So that is, oxy is another keyword for a ether representation functional group. So I can write it as a ethoxypropane because 3 carbon atoms are there. Now same thing. I have just changed the order. Here I have written from this direction. Now here after 2 carbon I have written oxygen and a 3 group here. So similarly 2 carbon. So here you can write it as a ethoxypropane because 3 carbons are there. So this name is common for this one and also for this structure. One more way of, there are so many ways of writing. Another possible way, CH3O, CH2, 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 CH3. Count for the number of carbon atom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are making up to carbon 5. Number of hydrogen atom, 3 plus 2, 5, 7, 9. 9 plus 3, 12. So hydrogen is also we are making. 1 oxygen atom. Now in this case, methyl, because only 1 carbon, 4 carbons are there. The lowest one takes the oxy name. So that is methoxybutane. Why do we write butane? Because 4 carbons are there. So similarly, you can check it out on your own whether you can prepare a suitable formula for an aldehyde group and ketone group and so on. Moving on to the next evaluate yourself question taken from page 110. Now the given condition here is suggest a suitable carbonyl compound for the preparation of pent-2-ene-1-ol using lithium aluminium hydride. Now carbonyl compounds, I kept telling you as I was taking the lesson, carbon with a double bond O. For example, ester is a carbonyl compound. Now, aldehyde is a carbonyl compound, ketone is a carbonyl compound, ether is not a carbonyl compound because there is carbon does not come between ROR is ether. So now in this case, I have considered an aldehyde group. Now this reference you can take it from page number 109. You can refer to the same concept is being done. So aldehyde can be converted into an alcohol in the presence of a lithium aluminium hydride and water. What happens? The whole thing remains as it is. Now the final product they have given to you pent-2-ene-1-ol, and that is why I am asking you all to cross check with the page number 109 questions or the explanations. You will understand it better. So pent-2-ene-1-ol, the same structure you can write. Instead of all, write it as an aldehyde, that is CHO group. When we treat it in the presence of these reagents, now CHO gets converted into CH2OH. So if you look at the structure, CH3, CH3, CH2, CH2, CH and CH, double bond CH, CHO becomes CH2OH because the reaction is taking place in the presence of a water. So pent-2-ene-ol gets converted into pent-2-ene-1-ol here. Here also you can write it as a 1-ol. You know that Al stands for aldehyde group. OL stands for an alcohol group. Remember the key concept, aldehyde can be converted into an alcohol. Similarly, ketone can be converted into an alcohol. Ester can be converted into an alcohol. That is the key concept given. Carbonyl compound can be converted into an alcohol group here. Moving on to the second question taken from the same page. 2-methyl-propan-1-ene reacting in the presence of a H2SO4 and H2O. You know that following Markovnikov addition, what's the rule here? When we treat it in the presence of a water, that is H plus OH minus, negative group goes to the carbon with the least number of hydrogen around the double bond. Now you have a carbon here and you have a carbon here. Between these two, this carbon has got no hydrogen, whereas this carbon has got a 2 hydrogen. So the negative group goes to the carbon with the least number of hydrogen. So hydrogen will go to this carbon. So CH2 will become CH3. Double bond is broken. This carbon will receive OH. On the other side we have a CH3 substitution already and one more CH3. Now name of this compound will be, because 3 carbons are there, second carbon has got a methyl substitution and the functional group. Name of it 2-methyl-prop-2-ol. So those of you have seen the lesson explanation, concept explanations, you will understand better, and that is why I am going quicker in my explanation. The Markovnikov rule, in a simple words I have written once again. Negative group goes to the carbon with the least number of hydrogen around the double bond. Remember, anti-Markovnikov, negative group goes to the carbon with the highest number of hydrogen. Markovnikov with the least number of hydrogen. And a third question. How will you prepare the following using Grignard reagent? Based on Grignard reagent for aldehyde, for ketone and for ester, for everything detailed explanations, and I worked out the questions. So further, based on this, in short I will work out. The first option is tert butyl alcohol. Now tert butyl alcohol is nothing, tertiary alcohol. In the next evaluate yourself question, I will explain to you about this tert butyl, neo and iso, all those terms I will explain to you once again. So tert butyl alcohol, and the second one allyl alcohol. You know the word allyl stands for either a presence of a double or a triple bond. According to the first question, you have to get the product to be tert butyl alcohol, treating it with a Grignard reagent. Now for that, tert butyl alcohol, when you say tertiary alcohol, so 3 alkyl group presence you need to take here. So consider acetone. The same example I have worked out when I took the concept for you all. Acetone CH3, C double bond O CH3. Treat it with a methyl magnesium bromide, that is CH3MgBr, that is a Grignard reagent here. All this splitting and all very clearly I have shown you where the positive and negative charge goes into, how the double bond is broken. So I am not going in for those explanations. So the bond cleavage is taking place here. The double bond is broken. As a result, O, AMgBr will get attached itself here and CH3 will come in here. So CH3, COMgBr, CH3 and CH3. Here further when you treat it with the water, H plus and OH minus, OMgBr will join with the H plus and go out as a MgOHBr. Now this place is occupied by the alcohol group. So the structure will be CH3, C, CH3, CH3. This place is replaced with the hydroxyl group. Now if you see here, I told you, tert butyl alcohol stands for tertiary alcohol. So how many alkyl groups are there? 1, 2, 3. So it's a tertiary alcohol, or you can also call it as a tert butyl alcohol. The second question, allyl alcohol you need to prepare. As I told you, allyl means presence of a double or a triple bond you can take. So a simple example is taken. You can take any example. That's not a problem because these are application type of questions. Provided finally you show it's an allyl alcohol. That's all. So formaldehyde, you know the formula. HCHO is the formaldehyde. Now you need to show the cleavage, a breaking of a double bond here. Treating it with a vinyl magnesium bromide. Why am I taking about a vinyl magnesium bromide? You know that vinyl, it has got a presence of double bond, because final product we need to have the presence of double bond group or a triple bond group. So I have considered a double bond group, vinyl magnesium bromide. You can take any other group too. The same concept here. Double bond is broken. Oxygen one bond comes out here. The cleavage is taking place as in the case of Grignard reagent in the previous question. MgBr will combine with the oxygen here and will form OMgBr. This group will just attach itself to the carbon here. So you get a CH double bond CH2. So to the students, those who had been attending or watching the previous classes, content or a concept video based on this Grignard reagent concept, you will understand better what I am talking about here. So after this reaction, further when you treat with water, H plus and OH minus, OMgBr will combine with the H plus, goes out as a MgOHBr. Now this place is occupied by the incoming hydroxyl group. So if you put together CH2 double bond CH, you've got a OH here, CH2 and OH here. CH2CH, putting it together CH2OH you get. So this is an allyl alcohol. If you go for naming it according to the IUPAC structure, prop 2-in-1-ol. Because why do we say propene? Because 3 carbons are there. Now the functional group is here. So from this direction I have named all those things are written clearly here. So after the second carbon we get a double bond. So prop 2-in-1-ol is the answer. Thank you.